Development of Nintendo 64 and Nintendo GameCube, concentrating on development hardware and kits, early prototypes, internal codenames, naming shifts, controller development evolution, hardware architecture changes, online networking experiments. All major entities are referenced properly. Nintendo 64 development timeline. Project Reality, Ultra 64, Nintendo 64. Background context: 1991 to 1993. After the massive success of the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo faced pressure from emerging 32-bit hardware like Sega Saturn, PlayStation. The failed CD-ROM partnerships with Sony, Philips, pushed Nintendo toward a radically different direction: high-end 3D hardware without CDs. 1993 Project Reality begins. Partnership with Silicon Graphics Inc. SGI proposed adapting supercomputer graphics into consumer hardware. Early development kit phase. Primary dev hardware, SGI Onyx, cost up to $250,000. Reality Engine 2 graphics board, quad 150 MHz R4400 CPUs. This system simulated projected console performance before Silicon existed. Chipset name: Reality Immersion Technology, RIT. Components: MIPS R4300i CPU. Reality Coprocessor, RCP. Manufacturing partners: NECT Toshiba Sharp Corporation. Memory: Rambus RDRAM. Very expensive but high bandwidth. At CES 1994. Official name: Ultra 64. Internal Japanese name considered: Ultra Famicom. Early prototype appearance: large, dark gray rectangular development chassis. Cartridge slots centered. No finalized controller. No retail shell resemblance yet. Arcade bridge hardware. Nintendo partnered with Midway Games. Arcade boards: Killer Instinct Cruisin' USA, used hard drives, different MIPS chips. No reality coprocessor. These were not true N64 boards, more like stepping stone hardware. 1995, transition to real dev kits. SGI Indie Development Kit. SGI Indie replaced Onyx systems with custom N64 simulation board, controller breakout ports, cartridge emulator. Like Rare, LucasArts could now test near-final hardware performance. LucasArts reportedly ported a prototype in 3 days once final hardware arrived. Controller development, 1994 to 1996. Designed by Shigeru Miyamoto, Nintendo R&D 3, Lance Barr, NOA. Early prototypes, modeled in clay. Even computer modeling couldn't simulate shape, nicknamed internally Batarang design. Radical feature: the control stick. Unlike Atari 5200, Sega Saturn accessories, the N64 made it central. Technically, not true analog. Optical encoding like a ball mouse. 3 grip positions were intentional for genre flexibility. Cartridge vs. CD decision. Nintendo chose ROM cartridges despite industry shift to CD. Reasons: faster load times, no streaming bottlenecks, higher manufacturing control. This directly influenced The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64. Cartridges allowed instant asset loading for 3D gameplay. 64DD development, 1995 to 1999. Peripheral name: 64DD, disk drive. Revealed at Shoshinkai. Promised 150 megabytes magnetic disks, RAM expansion, online service, RandNet. Dev kits distributed to Konami, Capcom, Enix, Rare. Repeated delays, 1997 to 1999, hurt third-party confidence. Launched December 1999 in Japan only. Discontinued February 2001, only 10 discs ever released. Nintendo 64 Final Hardware Summary, 1996. CPU, MIPS R4300i. GPU, Reality Coprocessor. RAM, 4 MB RDRAM, 8 MB with expansion pack. Marketed as the first true 64-bit console, unlike Jaguar. GameCube development timeline, Dolphin, GameCube. 1997, Post-N64 strategy reset. After N64 cartridge limitations and 64DD failure, Nintendo shifted goals. Easier third-party support, cheaper manufacturing, optical discs, more conventional controller design. 1998, Dolphin Project begins. Codename Dolphin. Well done. By Wei Yen. Graphics chip codename Flipper. CPU codename Gecko. Partner IBM PowerPC CPU. Early dev kits 1999 to 2000. Initial Dolphin dev units were large blue or gray PC-like towers, external debug modules, custom ATI-based GPU boards. After ArtX acquisition, ATI Technologies. Final Flipper GPU mostly complete before acquisition. Developers receiving kits, Rare Retro Studios. 2000, official naming. August 25, 2000, name announced, GameCube. Previous internal names, N2000, StarCube, Nintendo Advance, Dolphin. Final branding emphasized, cube shape, compact design, toy-like but powerful. Controller development, 1998 to 2001. Designed by Shigeru Miyamoto. Development lasted 3+ years. Design goals, most intuitive controller ever. Universal hand fit. Primary button hierarchy. Innovations, large green A button, small red B button, kidney-shaped XY, secondary analog stick. Analog triggers, with click early prototypes, changed monthly. H2, online strategy experiments. H1, Nintendo cautiously explored online. Accessories released 2002. Broadband adapter, modem adapter, used for Phantasy Star Online. Nintendo resisted subscription-based infrastructure, unlike Microsoft, Sony. Internal philosophy favored local multiplayer, controlled ecosystem. H2. Wireless innovation, Wavebird 2002. H1. Wavebird wireless controller, used 2.4 GHz RF, 16 channels, 6M official range, first successful modern wireless console controller. No rumble, battery preservation, precursor to Wii wireless dominance. H1. Optical media shift. H1. Unlike N64 cartridges, GameCube used 8cm proprietary mini DVD discs, smaller than standard DVDs, limiting piracy. No DVD movie playback, unlike PlayStation 2. H2. GameCube Final Hardware Summary, 2001. H1. CPU, IBM Gecko, PowerPC, GPU, ATI Flipper, Media, Mini DVD, RAM, 24 MB main, plus 16 MB auxiliary, more developer-friendly than N64. H2. Strategic comparison. Feature, Nintendo 64, GameCube. Media, cartridge, optical disc. Dev kits, SGI Onyx Indie, Dolphin PC-style kits. Online, 64DD RANnet, failed. Broadband adapter. Controller philosophy, experimental 3-grip, ergonomic refinement. Third-party relations, strained. Rebuilding phase. My next timeline will come tomorrow morning.